Hello and welcome back to Judith Plains. We were just sitting, kind of just looking through our phone today. It is a bit of a gloomy morning. We did accept 2 contracts. We're going to do a couple more and it is raining. We have this to deal with this morning. And the annoying thing is, it's kind of heading for our bales. So I don't know if they're going to be okay or not. And it's also decided it was going to start in our cornfield and work right through our other cornfield. So yeah, we're going to have a bit of corn loss this year. But we're just going to have to wait this out really. Not what I had planned for the morning. that is definitely for sure there. But yeah. So yeah, we're just going to sit in here and close the door, and I hope there's no bales go missing. We're just going to wait this out for a couple of hours and kind of stay in the shop for a bit. We're just going to go back and scroll on our phone, I think, and keep an eye on flying stuff. We'll just sit in this corner maybe, if I can get through. There we go. So yeah, we're just going to sit in a corner here and just kind of wait this out. If the power goes out, I'll know what's happened, but yeah, we'll see you in a couple of hours. Hopefully it dries up a good bit, because it does not look like a great day outside, and we'll get some contracts going and we'll get a start on this episode. We can also take a look at the damage that's been done to all of our corn. So I may have a little bit of a sleep. So we'll see you in a couple of hours once it dries up and we take a look at the damage. Well, that's just past a bit of time now. The tornado has gone. It's dried up about an hour ago or so, so we've got the workers away doing the contracts, but as we can see here, there is a trail of destruction, and it goes from there right through our cornfields, which is, if I was wanting to lose any crop, I would prefer to lose wheat, because we really need the corn for the ethanol plant. As you can see here, it has taken out just a little bit on this corner, which isn't too bad. But then if we come over here, we have lost quite a significant amount of crop here. So yeah, this corn is going to be quite reduced in yield. It is quite a large area it's taken out. But if we fly up into the air quickly, we can take a bird's eye view. Look at that. For some reason, it has started in our field and nowhere else. Started here, worked its way across. Quite a wide path. So it has taken out a good chunk of this field and it's went right through. I would say a good 25% of our next field here, field 9. So yeah, that is quite a big loss for us compared to how much fields we have. It's a good job it didn't run through that one. That would have been quite devastating to our corn, but even then, I don't even think we can replant corn this late. Oh, we can, but because we planted it in April, we're going to have sections of the field probably December, and it's going to be snowing. It's probably going to be delayed until next year, to be honest. There's no point in reseeding that. If it took a nice corner out, which it didn't do, we could probably replant that corner and just get it another time, but yeah, it has destroyed the trees there all the way through. But that's the destruction we are looking at. So yeah, quite a big loss for us, unfortunately, but we have to take it as it comes. Let's just double check something here, because it did get quite close here. We'll just jump out of this mode now. We don't need flight mode. It doesn't look like any of the bales were touched. Maybe it moved one on top there, but the bales all look like what they should. So that's good. We'll take that. Okay, we lose a bit of corn, but you're not guaranteed a great year anyway. It kind of simulates losses because you're never going to get perfect fields every single year, year after year. So yeah, we'll take that. The only thing to do, we've got that contracts to do. I think there was another one I was looking at, potentially this cultivating contract. I was just trying to skip through. There's a deadwood contract. I wonder where that is. Oh no, it's not. Ah, I thought that would have been down by us. Maybe it's not through. It might come through tomorrow. That deadwood beside us. In saying that, I don't know if that trees would actually be on our land, would they? Oh, you can see the trail of destruction there. And then one bit there just missing randomly in the middle of the field. But yeah, that's not ideal. If we click on this lot here, just beside that trailer as it meets the edge of the river. So I think that trees would be in our land, so we could potentially cut them down. I don't know what we would do with them, to be honest. Ravaged tree. I probably don't think they're going to be worth much, to be honest. I think we'll just leave them as a reminder of what we went through this year. But yeah, contracts. Let's have a quick check here. Yeah, potentially that cultivating one later on. We'll see how we get on. I don't know if it's worth doing one of these because the fields are quite large. This one, field 6, is very large. That's probably not worth doing. I'm saying that all of these are going to be quite big fields. I'm saying that 71's not, oh well, that drops 25,000. Spinach takes a while to do. I think we had a mess about with that last time, so I think we'll leave that idea. What I thought for spraying, use the new sprayer we bought, or the one in the sale. Use liquid fertilizer first on this contract in field 119, and then put herbicide in afterwards to here, because you won't be able to clean it out between the fields. So if we did herbicide first, didn't clean it out and put fertilizer down, we'd kill a decent chunk of the field we're fertilizing. So I think we'll potentially do that. Yes, so that's something for us to do. So fertilizing that field. Let's accept that contract. And field 119, let's just kind of gauge the size of this one here. It's actually not too far from the shops, that's great. So we can load up with our fertilizer first, then go across to this field. I would say, oh, it says the acres there, does it? Hectares? It did. No, it doesn't. Right, we will order what's in the sale now. What is this? A mulcher. Yeah, I don't think we need that. In saying that, that combine's still there. Our harvester for sugar beets is gone, but the electric Volvo's still there. Must be a glitch, surely. Right, we're going to get some liquid fertilizer, which is fairly expensive. In saying that, it is double. Yeah, double the amount for 1.5 times the cost. Yeah, that's not bad actually. Right, 2,000 litres. I don't know how much we'll use. I don't think we've got spot spraying on that. So if we get 2, yeah, 4,000 litres should be enough, surely. So $6,400 on that. We will purchase a bit more herbicide. I'm going to say another two drums should do us. So $4,800 for that. And we are going to jump into this tractor here and use that. Potentially, we'll leave the weight here, I think. No, we'll take the weight with us, sorry. We'll leave the front loader, we'll leave that sitting here. Right, we'll get that hooked up and ready to go. Where is our sprayer actually? We'll get that hooked on first, then come back down for this. Where is our sprayer? We did take it down from the shop. Oh, I know where it is. We put it in the garage behind the Big Bud. That's where it's gone. Yeah. Yeah, it's hiding here. I will move the Big Bud over to the side. Right, we're going to go and get this contract sorted. We will see you later on. We'll do a quick time lapse of us doing the fertilizing, the herbicide, and hopefully we'll try and get a bit of the weeding and mowing contract in as well to show you that, and jump into later on today. Collect the money for all of the contracts. We'll have to collect one as we go because we can't take on more than 3 at the same time. Right, let's go. Beacons are on. We'll pick up this front weight, head up to that field, get the contracts done, and we'll see you in more than likely a couple of hours. So let's get going. Well, that's the contract completed now, and we are taking an unexpected load of silage to sell at the farmer's market. Not because it's a good price, but because we need extra money just now. It might not seem it because we have enough in the bank, but obviously we've taken out the financing on the two vehicles recently, the electric Volvo, and what else did we get? It was a sugar beet harvester, wasn't it? So we need a bit of extra money because we want to purchase, hopefully, our last field for quite a while, because we want to save up money to get the biogas plant. That's our kind of goal here. Originally, we were going to use the silage we have here to put into the biogas plant to get rid of it to then use for sugar beet. However, we've looked into the biogas plant. It's going to be much more effective for us to use silage than it is for anything else, and we don't want to sit and bale up acres and acres of stuff. So I think we're going to build quite a large pit, or we're going to get two of them so we can interchange between the two and always have one we're working on and one fermenting. That's the plan. But we have been taking another look at the ethanol plant as well. Let's just drop these 24 bales off. $55,257, that's pretty good. Right, what we were looking at here. So with the ethanol plant, we were looking to change out propane to use methane. And if we go into, it will be here. So we can get methane from here and use that as our heat source and a power source for our ethanol plant, so that we're not having to buy propane all the time, because this will produce methane. We're originally going to use sugar beet, and it doesn't really give much out, but if we use silage, look at the difference. Okay, yeah, we're putting in 8 times the amount there, but we're getting a lot of methane, which is definitely going to power the ethanol plant. We're getting much more electric charge, which we can use for our electric truck. And we've got so much more digestate as well. Just with the digestate coming out, we've only lost 1,000 litres worth compared to the silage we've put in. But we're getting an extra 4,000 odd litres in total for everything that's produced out of what we put in. So silage is going to be the better option for us. I cannot find a small enough icon for methane. I have tried to screenshot it off of here, but it just doesn't work when I change it to a DDS file format to use in the mod folder. I don't want to do too much changes in case I completely break the map, but what I'd like to do is be able to use the methane and add it in here and remove propane and see if that makes a difference. But I cannot get a palette type. There's a few other things I can't do, and I'm working on it in the background, but I don't think it's going to work, but I am going to try, and if I manage, I'm going to tell you how I did it. But in the meantime, let's complete these contracts. So mow in field 49, $22,103, we had a $200 lease cost. Spray in field 121, we used our own sprayer. That was $23,272. We did, this is the 23,200, that is the spraying with herbicide. We did already fertilize field 119, which is just off the map here. It's over to the left there. We did that spraying contract with fertilizer first, so we didn't ruin the field. $15,892 for that. We collected that before taking this spraying contract on, so that's already been collected. But this is $23,272. And finally, the weeding contract, well, again, we rented the, it's still in the field. We rented that big, is it 1167 Fendt, the crawler track, 2-track. $400 lease cost for that, and it was quite a large width implement as well. So $25,358 for that. So now we've got $491,694. The reason we sold silage, we wanted to buy, if we go back down here, field 15, and our only need for this was, it is wheat in there, and if we check here, we can see wheat starts to be ready tomorrow, which is, it is tomorrow because we're in the 2nd day of June now, so it's going to be ready potentially tomorrow, and I don't want that crop to go to waste. That was the issue. But if I didn't sell, we still need to take another load of silage up. If we didn't do that, we wouldn't be able to afford this field, which is $385,000. That will leave, buying that now will leave us with $100,000. So I'll see what it is. In fact, we'll just double check this just to make sure we're doing it right. So it is growing, it's fully fertilized, it does need weeded. Yeah, but it is fully fertilized, it just needs weeded, which we can do with a sprayer, which actually has still got herbicide in it, so that's good. I think that's the best purchase now. That one's $612,000, so it's quite expensive. I think adding this field on gives us a little bit of leeway to, you know, if this happens with a tornado again. So yeah, we're going to purchase this for $385,848. So let's buy that. We need to spray it. And then the only thing we need to do is jump into tomorrow, see what other contracts there is, because now we need to do a couple of contracts and we're going to see what our monthly cost is. But it's only going to be like that for about 4 months. Then I believe it's either 4 or 3 months. Then the drill's paid off. And then 2 months after that, or 3 months after that, the Volvo and the sugar beet harvester is paid off as well. So we're left with just 2 headers, which I think is like $13,000 a month, which is very affordable for us, even if we do no contracts. But yeah, let's go and get the other. We're not going to take another load of silage today, actually, because we've still got 105 in the bank. So we're going to jump into tomorrow and see what the weather's like, see if we can actually harvest that wheat field. If we can, then that's a bonus. That's an early start to getting our straw bales. We actually need a baler as well. Let's check the sale here. Still nothing. So we need to invest in a baler. Potentially just a small, it doesn't matter if it's a round or square baler actually. It doesn't really make a difference. Because we've got the grab for it, we just need the cheapest baler we can, because it's not going to be used for making silage because we're going to get pits for that. But that's for another day because we're not on the plans for that, at least just now anyway. But let's get back, jump into tomorrow, and we'll see how much our monthly payments are for the next few months. Well, we're now into July. I completely forgot to spray the field before we skipped into today. But luckily I managed to do it today because it wasn't ready to harvest yet. So there still is another potentially day or maybe into next month until it is ready. But as you can see, the money has dropped very significantly. And no, we haven't bought anything. That is just the financing. So every month, for the next 3 months, we're spending $87,283 a month just for equipment. Well, for the drill, the sugar beet harvester, the electric Volvo, the headers, and I do believe that is it. So yeah, there is quite a lot for the financing, but we've only got a couple of months to go through, needing $100,000 a month, which should be doable, I would imagine. Here's hoping anyway. So there's nothing in the used vehicle sale as yet. We've just done the weeding on that field, so everything is where it needs to be. We just need to wait for it to be ready to harvest. I believe these two, is that sorghum? Where are we? Sorghum. Yes. So the sorghum fields are going to be ready first before. There was not really a rush for that. Here's us panicking and we don't need to be. So I did put quite a lot of potatoes in yesterday. We had a bit of downtime after the contracts and we didn't think about the silage by then, so we just threw quite a lot of potatoes in. Ethanol plant is still doing well. That dried corn and corn is probably going to come down at the same rate to 0 now. I would have think it's not going to be very far off, but we'll keep an eye on it. Contracts, there's not much just now. I think we're going to have to skip forward time just a little bit. And the pigs are doing okay. 8,200 litres of slurry. Oh! 9 months. We have piglets. Oh no, this is going to be serious, serious food consumption very soon. So each set of 6 have produced 1 each. So we're going to need food quite soon, because I think the 9 months old one only has another couple of months, then they produce again. And then by the time they've done their 3rd reproduction, these 0 months will be 9 months old. So in 9 months time, we're going to have 3 sets coming in of piglets, which is, I mean, it's good, but at the same time, there's a lot of feed. And then obviously now we're going to have double the slurry very soon. And if we've produced in 9 months 8,000, it's going to be more than that as well, because these guys will produce more slurry than them. So yeah, it's slowly taken off, but it is working. These guys are still 100% health, which is good. They're 90, obviously they were born today, so everything's looking good. That's fantastic. The rain, there's not any rain due until, oh, we've still got plenty of time, yeah. So it's good weather. So we just need to try and skip time. There's one coming through. I think that's them kind of coming through now, maybe. I think we'll skip forward another couple of hours and see what like we are today for contracts. We're probably going to be doing that most of the day just to bring money in, because we're going to need it after tomorrow. But we'll just skip forward. It's now almost 10, so if we skip to, say, midday and see what we've got. Anything in the sale now? There's a little trailer. Just a bigger version of what we've got. There we go. Now we've got some stuff. So baling contract, that deadwood one's still there. A hoeing contract, that might be worth doing. Put a worker on that. Spraying contract, that one's fairly close as well. Field 45. That's about all we've got though. Oh no. So what have we got here? Potato chips, $22,000 worth. We've still got $50,000 of silage. So between that two, we've got enough to cover next month plus what's in the bank if we don't spend anything. So we've got next month covered. It's just we're kind of desperate for contracts now. I didn't want to be, but if we have to, we're going to do a baling contract. But yeah, right, I'm going to figure out what to do for today. Well, I've decided to take on these 2 contracts. We've got the baling one I'm doing just now, and we've got a worker out on field 45 spraying herbicide. So hopefully that's just a little bit of extra money to help towards the costs of financing next month when it comes through. It just saves us selling stuff when we're not ready for it. But we'll leave the episode there, and we'll see you in the next one where we've completed these 2 contracts. We'll probably take on some more we'll jump into tomorrow. Quick check of the sale and the animals, and see how the ethanol plant's doing, because it's probably going to finish up maybe tomorrow, I would imagine. It's kind of going through that last bits we got left quite quickly, but we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.